right, welcome back,
Hello.
Walker. So, how's today been treating you in the BBD house?
I've been pretty inactive all day because I got like real life stuff to do, but still been slightly up to date. I think I got added to one new alliance, and I'm in the works of making another one. The new one is with Whisk, Whoopi, me, and Josh. Then the old one, or the one I want to make, is me, Josh, Tessa, and a guy. So I think so far it's been so good, and yeah.
Awesome. So, you guys played in the Silver Power Veto or whatnot, which I guess ended up
Mhm.
being golden. And Hans ended up winning that veto. So, how did you feel about that? Which nominee did you prefer to win, or did you prefer either it to be one at all?
Um, in best case scenario, I would have preferred if neither had won, and then they both stayed on the block, and then possibly Rami went home. That's not what happened. Hans, of course, won the Golden Power, so now I can't play HOH, and so that's all right because I would rather Hans stay compared to Romy, and so and now I believe some mix of either Skylar or Megan. More than likely, Megan is going up, which I'm fine with. And to be honest, if it is Megan and Rami, I'd rather Megan go because like I've kind of come to the conclusion that I want like the big little targets out, like the flop, basically to leave early, and so then like the actual like threats to the end to win can they don't have to like they're not all just like kind of ended like early on. So I think people like certain people like Whoopi, Megan, um, Skylar, like people who aren't going to win. I'd rather them all go like as early as possible. So then like as the game goes on, more threats are in the house, which means I'm less of a threat because I do think I am probably one of the bigger threats in the house. Not necessarily like a huge threat, but I am like known as somewhat of a social player, and so yeah, I if Megan does go up, I want to try slightly push for her to go. But like if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and I guess Romy has to go. Yeah.
All right. Hans mentioned something to you about you allegedly being thrown under the bus to him.
hmm
What did you make of that?
Yeah. At first I was like, oh no, someone's plotting against me. I'm about to cry. But then I don't know. Either one, Hans is lying, or two, he's being truthful. And like, if he was, that's not really good for me because that means someone's plotting against me and like possibly wants me out down the road. But like, it's whatever. I'm not gonna make too big of a deal out of it. I just like Hans. No, I wouldn't do that. I want to keep the black men in, which is like it's true to an extent. I don't know. Uh, I kind of have like a suspicion. I forget exactly how Hans played, but I feel like Hans would be the type of person to make that up. That like that someone told him that I wanted him out because of that. So I'm not going to think too much into it because he's not going to tell me who did it, especially if he lied about it. So there's no point in me like dwelling over it or anything. He's going to like take that information, store it if I need to, and if it ever becomes like relevant again, then use it for my benefit, basically.
Right. So, do you, I know you mentioned preferring smaller threats or whatnot to be taken out for the next couple of cycles. Do you have any, have you pinpointed
hmm
the specific person you're trying to gun for this replacement nominee yet?
That's like I'm gunning for it. Not necessarily because I feel like from what I've been told so far, like one of the smaller threats that I would want out or going up on a block regardless, either Megan or Skylar seems the top two choices. And so it's not a matter of me gunning for them. Like to be put up, it's a matter of like once they get put up, whether or not I can like convince people to gun for them. Because like eventually I want to fill in like some of the bigger threats like Hans, Bailey, maybe Gabe. I guess he's like he made it far, but he's not a good player, so I don't know. Like I want to tell like the bigger threats to about the idea that we need to target the smaller threats and not ourselves, because then otherwise we'd all just leave like the flops in. So right now, I'll push for it once Megan or Skylar do go up, uh, assuming they do. But I'm not going to make like a big deal out of it right now. I also see how like the game kind of flows with this next HOH coming up.
Right. Speaking of the next HOH, so should you not go up and survive and whatnot,
Mhm.
um, who do you foresee? Do you foresee any targets at the moment that you would want to put up on your HOH week?
If I were to win, I would continue on with my plan of getting the smaller threats out, and I'd probably nominate two like people who like wouldn't do anything to my game. Skylar, Megan. I wouldn't do Whoopi because that wouldn't alliance. And I like Whoopi as like a meme. It's funny for her to be here. And so yeah, I would do Skylar, Megan probably, and then Renom. I do not know who I'd renom. I'm trying to think of someone that like is also a smaller threat that isn't Whoopi. Um, to be honest, I don't know who my renom would be. So hopefully there would not be renom if I were to get it. And then um, yeah, so yeah, Megan and Skylar would be my main two targets.
All right, cool. Well, that's all the questions I have. So,
Okay, thanks.
bye.
Bye.